A very good morning, viewers. You're watching our rolling coverage of who will be the next boss of BMC. Mumbai ka King Khan is our big focus. Our rolling coverage continues. On your screens are those numbers that will start popping in about an hour from now when the counting will begin. I'm Gauri Dwivedi. You're watching NDTV. Let me first walk you through the big stories that we are tracking for you. D-Day for Mumbai, countdown to the Maha verdict. Exit polls predict a BJP plus sweep. Devendra Bhav to control BMC, or will there be a Thackeray twist? We tell you more on that. Key Congress meeting on poll-bound states. Discussion, a possible discussion maybe on alliance with TVK for Tamil Nadu. A Congress TVK tie-up before Tamil Nadu polls could be one of the issues that may be discussed. All eyes on Congress's crucial pre-poll huddle. After Supreme Court's jolt for Mamata Banerjee, BJP's blistering attack says Supreme Court's order is a legal slap to TMC. Asserts there's jungle Raj in Bengal under Mamata Banerjee's government. That's now come out in the open. Kapoor legacy fight gets bigger. Siblings versus stepmom. 30,000 crore rupees at stake as Priya Sachdev Kapoor takes the fight all the way to the Supreme Court. Seeks details of the divorce between Karishma Kapoor and Sanjay Kapoor. The lens is now on the settlement for Karishma Kapoor's children. And in top international news, Iran reverses execution order for 800 protesters. United States claims this came in after Donald Trump's administration warned Iran over any crackdown on protesters. Viewers, a lot is at stake for all stakeholders and all parties for the BMC elections, and the counting for BMC polls will start very shortly. Exit polls have given and predicted a clean sweep for the BJP plus combine, which is Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde Jodi. But will there be a Thackeray twist when the numbers start coming out? That counting will begin very shortly. We at NDTV will keep getting you all those details, all those results, quickest, fastest, with the best analysis as well. The counting is set to begin very shortly. A crack team of reporters are on ground covering every aspect of what is not just a Bijli Sarak Pani election. It is a local election, but one with a national implication, national impact, and a much larger political message as well. And all those details is what we are going to get for you. It's a survival test for the Thackerays, litmus test for whether or not the opposition parties can stay relevant in the wake of changing political arithmetic in the city of Mumbai. Ankit Tyagi, my colleague, joins me live on the broadcast from the beautiful Marine Drive. He's in Mumbai. It's a sunny morning there, unlike what it's looking like, the grey skies in Delhi. And let's get in Ankit joining us live on the broadcast to tell us what really is the mood like in Mumbai. As the sun sets in, who will be the next mayor of Mumbai, of BMC, is the question.
Absolutely. Good morning, Gauri. Good morning to our viewers. Lovely morning here in Mumbai. Unlike, as you said, the cold and the chill in the national capital, but Mumbai cha Raja Kaun? That's the question that the people of Mumbai will be, in fact, answering just a short while from now. In just about an hour, less than an hour now, 10 o'clock is when the EVMs will open. The counting is going to begin for the BMC, the voting here, elections here, and also in the 28 other municipalities of Maharashtra. But very, very interesting the way the BMC counting is going to take place this time. So it is, I've been told, for the first time, a batch of 46 wards which will be counted first. So 46 wards counted first. When they are done and a result is declared, then they move on to another batch of 46 and then 46 and then going on to 227 wards of the Mumbai municipality, that will be the election that will be concluded in. But very, very interesting elections, as you said. high-stake battle, lot at stake. Political future, name of a political dynasty, the name that ruled Mumbai for more than 2.5 decades, whether it has any resonance with the young voters, whether the issues of potholes, the pollution, bijli, sadak, pani, and the and the basic amenities that the BMC is expected to provide to the Mumbaikars, because this election was fought on everything but the issues that people usually talk about, and especially in the middle class, lower middle income groups of Mumbai. It was whether the ruling party, which was showing the achievements of the government, which had nothing to do with the BMC, whether it's the lovely coastal road or other projects, the metro and other projects which have come to the city, nothing to do with the BMC, or the Thackeray brothers, which were coming together after 20 years, trying to in fact strike an emotional chord with the people, and then that fight of the Marathi vote, 141 of the 227 wards, the corporators will come from the Marathi dominated areas, and that is where this battle lies. And if I Gauri, very quickly zero it down further, I think this election will be decided on about 85 seats that Shinde Sena versus the Thackeray are fighting in this election.
That's where it comes down to, those 80-odd seats where they are directly contesting for the Marathi Manus's vote. But the Marathi Manus itself has undergone a change in terms of both demography, perspective, and of course in terms of percentage as well. All that we are going to decode. Ankit, of course, will continue to be on the broadcast along with several of my other colleagues, Saurabh Gupta as well as Anuj Rayate. Saurabh joining us from Matoshri, and we'll ask him what's really the mood like in Matoshri ahead of those exit poll numbers, which do not give any comfort to the Thackeray brothers who came together after 20 years. But before that, viewers tuning in right now, I want to tell what really are these numbers that we are showing on our screens. Anuj, I'm going to come to you as well. But the numbers that you see on your screens, remember, it's not just the BMC elections. There are 28 other local elections as well that are going to take place. And what you see on your screens are some of the other numbers as well. And of course, it's zero everywhere else because the counting starts at 10. Wherever you see any number other than that, like you see MMC, that's a Malegaon Municipal Corporation, where Mahayuti is at 65, because those are the candidates that contested the unopposed. So that's the only place where you see a number other than zero. While voting has finished, but the counting will start at 10 o'clock. But that's why everywhere else it's zero. And only place where the number is something else is because the candidates were unopposed. There are very important other elections as well. Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad, Nagpur, Thane. Those are, of course, some of the other important areas as well, Mira Bhayandar being one. But Saurabh, now let me come to you first and ask, what's the mood like in Matoshri? This is a litmus test for whether the Thackeray's can pull in the Marathi Manus, as Ankit was also pointing out, to those 85 seats where they are directly contesting for the Marathi vote against Eknath Shinde. Can they really change and get the numbers? That's what it is.
Well, yes, it is a litmus test for the Thackeray's, but also remember, this is also a very, very important battle for Eknath Shinde. And obviously, this is going to be the final test of who controls Mumbai. And of course, the BJP has been trying to establish itself as the #1 party. It initially didn't want an alliance, but later, of course, it chose to go into an alliance with Eknath Shinde. Shinde, of course, wants to also be seen as the flag bearer of the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray. The Thackeray cousins say they are the true representatives of the Marathi Manus, and therefore this is, of course, going to be one. If the Marathi vote has stayed together and voted in a block, then who have they voted for? If it's gotten divided, then again it spells trouble for the Thackeray's. But if it's stayed together, who has it voted for? Has it voted for the Thackeray's? Or has the Shiv Sena legacy been usurped by Eknath Shinde? Is he the true inheritor of the legacy? All of these questions will be answered as well, because election result will give us answers to those questions. And therefore, what we also know is that today, of course, the Thackeray's are not here in terms of in the mornings. It's very private for them, so they don't step out or anything. But later in the day, They are expected to, of course, address whatever results come in for them. The mornings of counting day is usually quiet reflection for the Thakres, and this has been the norm ever since we've been covering counting days in Mumbai, and that's how it's going to be this time as well. They usually switch off on the counting day morning till about the results start coming in, and only then start making calls or whatever has to be done. That happens later.
All right, that is Saurabh from Matoshri saying that it's a time of quiet reflection. But Ankit, the fact is they've already said whatever they had to on the last couple of days of campaigning. Now remains to be seen whether it resonates with the Marathi Manus or not.
And it's very interesting, as Saurabh was telling us about the Thakre switching off on the counting day. But at least I can speak for Raj Thakre. No matter what day it is, you're not going to catch him early in the morning. He's not an early bird. You would only catch him after, at least the sun is bright and up. So that's not going to happen, whether it's the counting day or anything else. But it's interesting how things are panning out here. Also interesting in the way this election was fought, Gauri. And, even if, and let me take that to Anuj, even the BJP, of course, for the first time could have their own mayor. That is going to be a big deal as far as the Saffron Party is concerned. But the fact remains that if the numbers hold true, if they go in the vicinity of 130 plus, going up to 150 as Axis is saying, it will also tell you that Eknath Shinde becomes a very important factor despite what the BJP wants to do in Maharashtra going forward. He not only takes that legacy or takes the entire mantle of Balasaheb Thackeray, but without him, the BMC will still be a distant dream as far as the BJP is concerned, even if they are the single largest party. So his position also gets consolidated. And it will be something of two outsiders, one from Nagpur, Devendra Fadnavis, one from Thane, have come together to, in fact, take the throne from the brothers, those who were the kings of Mumbai at one point of time.
In one of the interviews, with Sanjay Raut and Uddhav Thackeray, Raj Thackeray said that only people who are born in Mumbai can understand the problems of the Mumbaikar, and only they should govern the city. And that became a very controversial point. But as you said very rightly, and as Saurabh also pointed out a while back, this is also some sort of litmus test for Eknath Shinde. Well, it may not be a test for survival as it is for Thackeray's, but it is an important one. And a very simple reason for it is that we know that ever since the 2024 Vidhan Sabha elections campaign started, let alone the results, but ever since the campaign started, there has been some sort of a cold war or rift between, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis over who is the real boss of the Mahayuti alliance. Of course, after the election, given the numbers were with the Bharatiya Janata Party, it became clear that it is the Devendra Fadnavis led the Bharatiya Janata Party which is leading the way. But Eknath Shinde's role here also becomes very important, right? Because Mahayuti across the state has three partners, and Bharatiya Janata Party at any given point of time needs only one of the Ajit Pawar or Eknath Shinde. And in that case, Eknath Shinde's ministers have continuously gotten into trouble. They've had run-ins with the law, and we've also seen Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis intervening in these matters, and there were also questions asked on whether this is a deliberate attempt by the Chief Minister to keep Eknath Shinde a little lower, someone who had surprisingly grown in his stature across the state politics and has formed very close relationships not just with the state government or state BJP cell, but also with the central BJP cell as well. And in that case, what will also be important for us to note is the difference between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Shinde Sena. Because if you were to talk about the negotiations of seat sharing, when the first round of meeting happened between the BJP and Shiv Sena was offered only 52 seats in Mumbai city, a party which claims to be the inheritor of Bal Thackeray, which has ruled the city for 25 years, was only offered 52 out of the 227 seats. But it was the bargaining power of Eknath Shinde which took that 52 number to 90. And that 90, as you said very rightly, is going to be the deciding factor, because on the majority of these seats, Eknath Shinde will be fighting it out with the Thackeray brothers, and that will eventually decide the result. And the difference between the Bharatiya Janata Party and Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena will, in the longer term of not just in Mumbai politics, but in Maharashtra politics, determine on what exactly is going to be Eknath Shinde's role in Maharashtra's political space. Is he going to be someone who will be playing a role in keeping Devendra Fadnavis and his BJP in check when it comes to certain instrumental decisions, or will he still try to tower over the local BJP unit, something that he's been trying to do very slyly in the last 12 to 14 months?
The local election with a national impact and most certainly going to change the political landscape of Maharashtra as well. We are talking possibly of an impact in 2029 as well. Kaun iske aage, how the alliance will reshape, how the political fortunes will change is what this local election will decide. And as we've been saying, viewers, this is not just a Bijli Sadak Pani election. It should be, but it is far more than that. And let's take that to our guests as well. Joining us on the broadcast, we have Intakab Farooqi, who's a leader of the Shiv Sena UBT faction, joining us, along with Mahesh Chavan, who's a spokesperson of the NCP SP. Now, NCP SP, of course, has partnered with Ajit Pawar's NCP for Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. And we can have a larger conversation, and we will do so, about the confusing shape of coalitions in Maharashtra. But first up, Intakab Farooqi, my question to you is, these numbers are nowhere close to what the Thackeray brothers must be thinking when they came together after 20 years. The exit poll numbers.
Exit poll numbers will definitely start soon. And now, good morning to you. First of all, good morning to everybody. And very soon the numbers will start to rise. And thanks to all the people from all over Mumbai and Maharashtra who have supported us throughout the election, BMC election, and to the people also, all the voters, as they came out and they believe that it is only Thackeray's who can, fulfill the needs of the people in Mumbai. Because since so many years in BMC, Shiv Sena's candidates were working in all their constituencies, and they've been working hard for the people when it comes to water, gutter, cleaning of the garbage, everything, hospital. So they believe in it, and they have supported throughout. And yesterday also there were in large numbers people who came out, even the senior citizens came out on the wheelchair, and all people were bringing them. So we know the people of Maharashtra and Mumbai know that how important it is for them to vote this time and vote for the Thackeray brothers. So definitely in the evening we are going to see a good number, and the name of the mayor will be decided by the Thackeray brothers. Yes, by Mr. Uddhavji Thackeray and Mr. Raj.
The name of the mayor will be decided only if you get the numbers. But Ankit wants to come in
and ask you a very exactly. And just to add to what you are saying, Gauri, whatever the numbers are, sir, whatever it pans out, it seems that the alliance that you had with the Congress party, that is not working out. The Congress fought this alone, and if these exit poll numbers hold true, the Congress has actually done you more damage than even your opponents. If the Congress would have fought with you like they did in 2014, in 2024 Lok Sabha election and then the assembly election, your numbers in Mumbai would have been better. The Congress will walk away with the Muslim vote. The Mamu combination that you were relying on is all gone, sir.
No, in Mumbai, the Muslims believe in Mr. Uddhavji Thackeray, as he has worked even during the Corona period, the way he has worked for the people, for all the communities, and even the Muslims, as they have helped all the time whenever it is any work is required, they always fulfill the needs of the people. So Muslim in large number in Mumbai and Maharashtra believe that it is only Uddhavji Thackeray, and they believe in them, and they have voted for them. And also we have a lot of candidates who are going to win in Muslim candidates also who are good in their constituencies. They have worked for very long, and definitely they are going to win and come up. Yes.
So the numbers are still yet to come out. We are going by the exit poll numbers. The results will start coming out in an hour from now. And then, of course, we'll ask Intakab Farooqi this question once again. If the exit poll numbers hold true. We also have S. Balakrishnan, Executive Editor of the Free Press Journal, with us on the broadcast, along with Vishwas Pathak, spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Balakrishnan, let me come to you first in terms of how the numbers look up right now. We are going by the exit poll figures that 3 out of 4 of them have actually given a clean sweep to the BJP, and survival questions are being raised with regard to the Thackeray brothers. If they lose their lifeline of the BMC, which is their political, financial lifeline, so to say, what happens to the Thackeray brothers from here on? Mr. Balakrishnan.
See, as far as Raj Thackeray is concerned, he has got a fantastic track record of being totally unable to convert his mass base into votes. Consistently, he has failed to convert this kind of political conversion. He has failed to do that. And I won't be the least surprised if the story repeats itself today also. But as far as the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena is concerned, I am not willing to write off that party. Because Uddhav has made a very strategic move in getting his son Aditya to join hands with him in helping the party. And Aditya is not one of the run-of-mill politicians. He is a young boy who has got a head on his shoulders. He does his homework. And even as a minister in the MBA government, he had shown that he has got tremendous administrative capacity. The boy has grown politically and otherwise over the years. And I'm certain that he will be able to appeal to the young generation, the young lot of Marathi voters, and ensure that the Shiv Sena is not allowed to walk into the sunset. So that is going to be the future of Shiv Sena UBT. But still, it will be a long time before they're able to undo the damage inflicted on the Shiv Sena by Eknath Shinde at the behest of the BJP, especially Devendra Fadnavis. So you see why the Shiv Sena split in the first place. It is not that one day in the morning Eknath Shinde got up and decided to walk along with the BJP.
Yes.
They were deep fault lines. Uddhav's contact with his own party cadres, forget the people, with the party cadres were so very low. And when he was sworn in as the chief minister, the statement he made was very significant. He said this is for the first time he's entering the Vidhan Sabha. So this is a kind of politician who is becoming chief minister, entering for the first time. There are so many problems which were brought along by Uddhav Thackeray, for which the Shiv Sena as a party paid a very, very heavy price. And even to see the controversies which came up during the MBA rule led by Uddhav Thackeray, brought their allegations of making money, corruption in the purchase of body bags. Come on. I mean, there is a limit to which somebody can make money. And his party mayor, Kishori Pednekar, is one of the prime accused in the body bag case.
But let's not discount anybody else. There have been allegations of corruption this way or that and on both sides as well. Let's not try and put anybody on a podium, at least in the politics of Maharashtra, that they walked out because there were corruption allegations. That's the least that Mr. Shinde had on his mind. But let me very quickly add and bring in Mr. Vishwas Pathak. Mr. Pathak, does the BJP sense an opportunity for the first time a mayor of the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to be sitting as the BMC headquarters? The lovely office has been refurbished. What does this do and what kind of a signal does it send for Mr. Eknath Shinde, even if these numbers hold true, because he claims to be the original claimant, the true heir of the Balasaheb Thackeray legacy. Mr. Balasaheb Thackeray always wanted a Shiv Sainik to be the mayor of Mumbai. If that equation changes, how are you going to see the impact on Mr. Shinde and the Shiv Sena going forward, sir?
No, there will not be any impact. Like in Mumbai, there will be mayor of Bharatiya Janata Party supported by Shiv Sena. Similarly, in Thane, there could be a mayor of Shiv Sena supported by BJP. So it is a tacit understanding. See, this alliance of Shiv Sena and BJP goes back to 1970, 1980. And since then we are there. Eknath Shinde is the true legacy holder of Balasaheb Thackeray. Therefore, we are having alliance with him. And I can tell you, the mayor which will be installed today will be jointly by Shiv Sena and BJP. And people wanted this kind of change. Because Uddhav Thackeray, the way he ruled this BMC and the way he created problems for the citizens of Mumbai, people were fed up. And we were happy that they fought this election on the basis of same emotional
But sir, he was
points,
able to rule.
like Marathi Maros,
But sir, he was able to rule the BMC
and young generation
with your support.
What Mr.
He was able to rule the BMC with your support. He did not do it without your support.
Be it Coastal Road, be it Metro, be it Wadhawan Fort, and many other things. I cannot.
No, but can I ask you this? Whatever you are telling me are not the work. That is not the work of the BMC. That has been done by the state government. But can I also ask you, while you blame Uddhav Thackeray and the Shivs and them ruling the BMC for the last 25 years, they were able to do so. They did not have the numbers on their own. They were able to do so because you supported them. So whatever they did or did not, you also have to take the blame or the credit for it. You can't just run away and wash your hands off it, can you? Sir, can you hear me? Mr. Pathak? Okay. Let me very quickly go across to Mahesh Chavan as well, spokesperson of the NCP, Sharad Pawar, who's joining us also on the broadcast. Mr. Chavan, you did not fight this election in alliance, at least in Mumbai. So did the Congress party. Is that the price that the Thackeray's are paying? I mean, at least if these numbers hold true?
No, to some extent it might be true, but we wanted these elections to be fought under MVA. We tried a lot. Unfortunately, it could not happen because the MNS factor, Congress wanted to contest separately. Maybe the results have been different, but if you look at these exit polls, Congress number is showing around 30 to 35, and what numbers Shiv Sena, Manasseh and us, we are around 65 to 70. So together it is around 110. So it is not a bad number. But secondly, with due respect to to those who have conducted these exit polls, I feel these numbers may be wrong also. Let's wait for a couple of hours more, then we'll be able to judge the situation correctly.
Correct. In about an hour from now is when the numbers, actually less than an hour, is when the numbers will start coming in. Then we'll get those results as well. But let's get in Santoshi Gulabkali Mishra also and ask her as a Mumbaikar. Ankit, now the focus also has to be on delivery. BMC has not had a mayor for over 4 years. Administrators have been running the corporation. It's now time for Mumbaikars to finally ask for delivery of goods. Whether it is drainage, whether it is your infrastructure, whether it is your traveling, potholes, you take any issue, any civic issue, Mumbaikars now want delivery of goods. Let's put that out now to Santoshi Mishra. Go ahead, ma'am.
So, good morning. This is, when you're talking about the delivery, I must tell you that wherever we are, I'm hearing this, that Atal Setu and everything, this is not done by the corporations. See, people, for 5 years, they have not seen their corporator. So the drainage issue, the water issue. See, when we were in June, July, August, the 4 months when it was raining, there was lakes were full. Despite that, the situation, we are in the upper hand as a Mumbai city. There is a continuously water cut is faced. Electricity theft is also one of the factor. When we are talking about the roads, where the problem needs to be concerned, it's directly concerned with the civic thing. There are, every kilometer you have 2,300 cars. So there is no proper arrangement. For 5 years, there was nothing was being 5 years down the line. 2017 was the voting which has taken place. After that, the issues went rampant. You see, the latest report that in the administrative part, the people who were from BJP, they had more of the funds from the corporation. So in a way, I think that if we think that these exit polls, somewhere they are showing the correct emotions or sentiments Could be that people feel that if BJP comes, BJP is in center, BJP is in state, BJP comes as a corporation, our basic issues can be resolved. Because nobody is...
That's an important point you're making, ma'am. And you know, Ankit, that's one thing that many Mumbaikars will be saying, which is that if you want the triple engine Sarkar and if it is coming true, then it is now delivery that has to be prioritized. But you know, before getting in those results that will start trickling in about 35 minutes from now on, let's now tell you what exactly does the exit poll say, how it stacks up as far as the exit poll numbers are concerned. And then we get in our guest and Ankit, who's of course with us on the broadcast. Now, the Axis My India survey gave BJP Plus a comfortable majority, in fact, a clean sweep, 131 to 151. It's a house of 227. 114 is the halfway mark. Look at where it stopped. The two Thackeray brothers at 58 with an upper end of 68, much below the number that they got last time, which was 84. But then, of course, it was also undivided Shiv Sena, which has now, of course, split. For the Congress, that number has come down from 31, what it was last time, to 12 to about 16 being the other end, because Congress decided not to participate in the seat sharing arrangement with the Thackeray brothers, citing the fact that they don't agree with MNS's linguistic identity politics. That didn't come in the way for the Lok Sabha, but it has come in for the BMC. Let's now tell you what the JVC numbers said. Remember, these are poll of polls. NDTV hasn't conducted an exit poll. We are putting out the numbers that some of the other pollsters have done. JVC has also given a number in the same range of Axis My India, giving BJP Plus at about 138 and restricting the Thackeray brothers to less than 60, sub 60 at 59. They've actually given a higher number to the Congress, which is at 23. Remember, there are 41 Muslim majority seats in Mumbai, and they have pegged Congress has traditionally and now focused completely on the minority vote here in BMC, and 23 is that number that they are getting at. For the Sakal has actually given a more conservative number to the BJP Plus at 119. 114, remember, is the halfway mark. So comfortable majority, but not the kind of clean sweep that the other pollsters have given. They've actually given 75 to the Thackeray brothers, a tad less than 84, which it was in the 2017 elections. Then, of course, it was an undivided Shiv Sena. 20 is the number that the Congress party is getting at as far as Sakal. The last poll that was done by Janmat also is in line with Axis My India JVC, which is 138, the number for Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde combined. And for the Thackeray brothers, it's about 62. 20 is the number largely for the Congress party, which has now focused essentially on those Muslim votes, which are about 18% in the city. There are very important neighborhoods, which is the Jogeshwari, Malad, Govandar, and of course Baikula as well, where the focus has been for the Congress party. But how it all adds up, we're going to know in about half an hour from now. Ankit, my colleague and co-anchor on this broadcast, is at Nariman Point. He's getting the pulse of the people who also now want accountability after the elections are finally done and BMC has a mayor.
Absolutely, and it's quite interesting, what you are saying. And one other important factor, and we'll get our guest to in fact speak on that as well, is the voting percentage. Because the last BMC election, the voting was somewhere on 55%, if I'm not mistaken. This time, the final number, which has just been released about half an hour back, is about 52%, just over 52%. And the other important factor in that, and let me get Mr. Balakrishnan on this. Mr. Balakrishnan, everybody was talking about the voting percentage. If it is higher voting percentage, it was at least being expected that it will propel whatever the numbers are for the Mahajuti much further. But 52%, last time it was 2.7% women voted more than the men. At least till afternoon yesterday, the pattern was different. Men were voting more than the women. Is there where some sort of a worry or at least some sort of a hope for worry for Mahajuti and hope for the Thackeray brothers could be, because the voting percentage is less?
Ankit, 52% definitely should be a matter of deep concern for the Mahajuti, especially the BJP. But then the internal dynamics are such that it is very clear that because of the Eknath Shinde factor, unlike in the past, For the first time in a BMC election, the Shinde factor is at work. It is going to divide Marathi Manus votes in a very, very big way. So this is going to be something which will work to the benefit of the BJP. The Eknath Shinde is virtually is being used as a delivery boy by the BJP to deliver, to ensure that Marathi votes are divided. At the same time, non-Marathi votes, the North Indian votes, the South Indian votes have got consolidated in a very, very major way. The statements made by Raj Thackeray against Annamalai and earlier in the past, several North Indian people were beaten up for no fault of theirs. All this has worked together to consolidate anti-Marathi vote, not anti-Marathi, the Thackeray agenda votes, and the Shinde factor has divided the Marathi Manus. This is exactly which was the strategy of the BJP, and I think it is looking that it will work out and finally go in favor of the BJP.
I just want to quickly tell our viewers that the numbers that they are seeing on the screens,
quickly? Yes.
Ankit, just a second.
Yes.
You know what they're seeing right now on the screens, because counting is going to start only at 10 o'clock, actually 10:30. So it should be 0 everywhere. But wherever they see a number other than 0, it's because the candidates have won unopposed. So that's very important to tell our viewers, that you can see Mahayuti at 65. That is because those are the places, those are the seats where the candidates have won unopposed. Everywhere else, counting is yet to begin, which is why it is 0 everywhere else. Yes, Ankit, go ahead.
Very quickly, can I take that to Mr. Farooqi as well? Mr. Farooqi, you put all your eggs in one basket. The Marathi Manus was, of course, your entire pitch as far as this election is concerned. The relationship that the people had with the corporator or the shakhas has been diluted in the last 4 to 5 years. No mayor. It was being run like a CEO style by the commissioner. The fact remains massive counter consolidation. And at this moment, we are only going by the numbers of the exit poll. Of course, things can change when the results come in, but just the argument on the basis of the exit poll, massive counter, polarization in the South Indian vote, in the North Indian vote, and also in other communities. The fact remains that the kind of fillip that you needed in the Marathi vote, possibly more than 65-70% coming to you, that has not taken place, despite you getting about 49% if I go by the Axis data. It very clearly tells you this strategy of Mr. Raj Thackeray bringing him in his aggressive style has not worked, sir.
On the contrary, it has proved to be negative.
Sir, let me tell you, there are many hateful speeches even from the other side also, and many leaders, keep on saying. But during the election, what Mr. Raj Thackeray just said is has become an issue. I think Mr. Annamalai's statement, the Annamalai statement was only a publicity stunt, and I think because of that, during the election, they just wanted to create a story, but nothing of that kind will help, because people of Mumbai and Maharashtra
but it is costing you a lot.
And they will vote for Uddhav Ji Thackeray and the MNS. Because they have made up their mind and they will not even look into other side. We are sure, and people of all the communities will support the Thackeray brothers of the Shiv Sena and the Uddhav Ji Thackeray. And very soon, in couple of hours, the name of the mayor will be announced. And people tried to put a lot of different stories in media. They tried to bring up, but nothing of that type will help. And we are sure that we are going to have a mayor.
Well,
Ankit, we do have to take
I
that
give you one thing,
break.
Gauri, and that is something that can be given. Absolutely. One thing can be given: before the results, everybody is a winner. Before the results are announced, everybody is a winner. Everybody is having their mayor in Mumbai today.
Yes, indeed. And, we come back after this very short break. And, Ankit, we asked just this question. That mayor kaun hoga? If these numbers hold true, let's put that, to the people who have the numbers on their side as far as the exit polls are concerned. Who would be the next mayor of BMC? A quick break. We come back on the other side. Our rolling coverage continues.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा। जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
BMC जावे, BJP आसमे.
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে.
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
Watch Jai Jawan with me this Republic Day only on NDTV.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France, in Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
NDTV Golf Pro-Am in partnership with PGTI returns for its much-awaited second leg. This time from the breathtaking Boulder Hills Golf and Country Club in Hyderabad. India's finest professional golfers meet Hyderabad's top corporate leaders for a day of precision, camaraderie and spirited competition on pristine fairways. Watch at these times.
Every winter, the World Economic Forum at Davos becomes the world's thinking room, where power, policy and purpose converge, where the future is examined and reimagined. In January 2026, NDTV will be at the heart of this conversation.
Counting for BMC will begin very shortly. Exit polls have predicted a sweep for the BJP. Plus, even as questions are now being asked about what happens to the Thackeray brothers. They've come together after 20 years. They've not held back on any of the punches. They really increased the sharpness as far as their campaign rhetoric is concerned. But still, the exit poll doesn't give them the numbers. If they lose the BMC, what happens to the Shiv Sena's financial lifeline and their political future? All that and more is what this broadcast will focus on, even as now the focus will also be on delivery. BMC finally gets a mayor after almost a 5-year delay. And if these numbers hold true and BJP gets to install its mayor, it will now have to come good on its triple-engine Sarkar promise. And let's put that out to Santoshi Gulabkali Mishra, who continues to be with us, along with Mahesh Chavan, who's the NCP SP spokesperson, as well as Intakab Farooqi, who's representing the UBD faction of the Shiv Sena. Santoshi Mishra, let me ask you this question, ma'am. After the entire campaign comes to an end, after these numbers come to an end, if they hold true, what would be your first expectation from the next mayor of Mumbai?
Talking about Bijli Sadak Pani is the main issue. As I said just few minutes back.
And Bijli Sadak Pani छोड़ के सब कुछ बात हुई है.
हाँ, exactly. हिंदुत्व पे बात हुई है, मराठी मानुस पे बात हुई है, सबके ऊपर बात हुई है. People have just gone and talked on everything other than that. So I suppose the first primary issue should be, even for that matter, poor waste management. You find garbage in the city, the poor management, it is being not happening. And more or less, while you were being talking about Raj and Uddhav Thackeray, you don't see them. See, it is very much sure that Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde, they were in the power. They were ruling it. But did you see Raj and Uddhav Thackeray in Andolan? Did you see them coming out on the road? Did you see them talking about all these issues? When the monsoon comes, the city was almost in water. It's an every year issue. Did you see them going and talking? And as Balakrishna
to Intikhab Farooqi, he's representing the UBT faction of Shiv Sena.
Yeah.
Intikhab Farooqi respond to what the Mumbaikar on the panel is saying. कि जब इश्यूज की बात होती है तब आप लोग आपके नेता कहीं नहीं होते हैं बाकी आप रसमलाई लुंगी पुंगी इन सब चीजों पे बात करते हैं
No. I think throughout the election, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray ji and all his family members and Mr. Raj ji Thackeray, everybody was on the floor. They were visiting the candidates. Their sabhas they were attending, and they were all the way throughout all over the Mumbai. They were visiting and they were meeting the people, trying to know what their issues are.
Go ahead, tell what you think Mumbaikars are thinking. Go ahead.
No, sir, with due respect to what you're saying, I'm not talking about before election. I'm not talking about these election period. I'm talking about those 4 years. I'm talking about those missing out there. As I was saying, Balakrishnan pointed out so correctly that Aditya Thackeray is well learned. He comes with his homework. But you see, what lacks with them is doing Andolan. Now, BST fare is increased double. It has gone double, sir. BST fare, the bus ka fare is gone double. Even if, I do not know if you are traveling, but if you travel by bus, you see that the women, lower income group, I'm talking about the women, why this 1500 dole and everything freebies, they mean a lot for women. Why you see percentage of women more? If they're standing in the queue, they do not get into the AC bus. AC bus earlier cost was 6 rupees and a normal non-AC bus cost was 5 rupees. Women waited for that.
Since we were in government, we always took.
Okay, Intikhab Farooqi, very quickly, then I get in Vishwas Pathak and Mahesh.
Sir, just 1 minute. Why it is we did not see BST ka Andolan? Why we did not see? Wasn't it an issue?
Intikhab Farooqi, the point is that issues on ground are not resonating with the people,
to solve all
your
the
leaders.
issues.
That's the question.
Yeah, they have heard all the issues of the people and they're working on it, that how to solve these issues, and we come up because we are waiting for the BMC elections to happen. As people were all the time, we were raising the question that let's have the BMC election soon, because what people were suffering, people of Mumbai were suffering. A lot of people were having their issues, and now after this we will definitely they are going to decide and we are going to work on it.
All right.
So Uddhavji Thackeray has already planned good things about the BST and all the people and the other people also who are in need.
Vishwas
we were just waiting for this election, getting ready for it, and after this definitely all the things will be done.
Okay, so after campaigning mode, you will now get into the mode of actually being with the people. That's what you are saying. Let's hope that is how netas perform. But Vishwas Pathak, to you, let me ask you this question. Finally, once BMC gets a mayor, first of all, who will that mayor be? How soon will that announcement be made? This is the first time that you will have BJP installing its mayor in BMC.
Yes, certainly we will be installing BJP mayor for the first time. And of course, we have fought elections with MVA, Mahayuti. Therefore, we'll sit together jointly and give a very good image and a young kind of mayor. And I can assure you on behalf of Mahayuti that all the basic problems of citizens of Mumbai will be addressed immediately.
अगर ट्रिपल इंजन की सरकार बनती है तो उसमें ट्रिपल इंजन में तो ट्रिपल काम करना होगा. What will be those top 2-3 big priorities?
Pothole-less roads, that will be the priority. Sewage system will be improved. Pumping stations of water during rainy season, that will be improved. And housing for all Marathi people and needy people will be provided at very affordable rate. That is our priority, which is given in our manifesto also. So whatever work of state government is seen by the citizens of Mumbai for Mumbai, same thing will be extended. And there will be more and more opportunities for the employment also.
All right, let's hope that Mumbaikars also get the kind of delivery of services that they have been waiting for and that they deserve. You know, Mahesh Chavan, I'm going to come to you as well in terms of will this election results, when they come in, you know, those results are going to start trickling in very soon. When the results come in, will NCP SP faction, will that now go back to the drawing board, reassess its coalitions? Will it go back to a single and a unified NCP as it's playing out in Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad? But a quick word from Saurabh Gupta, who's joining us on the broadcast, my colleague who's been tracking these elections. Saurabh, now minutes to go when the first set of numbers will start coming in and we'll get to see whether those exit polls hold true or not. You're on ground. Tell us, what is it that people are now expecting once the much delayed BMC elections are done and focus shifts on delivery?
Well, for starters, these elections were supposed to be held in 2022. 2026 is when they're being held. So 4 years delay is something that is really, really unpardonable in a city like Mumbai, where civic issues do have not just an impact on the city, but on the country. And because it is the financial capital, it affects all kinds of things, including international trade, etc. So civic issues do matter in this city. It's not just limited, its impact is not just limited to Mumbai, but beyond, much beyond. Secondly, irrespective of who comes to power at the BMC, the key issues of potholed roads, of flooding every monsoon, of air pollution, of clean air, all of these things need to be addressed. Mumbai, as you know, is also undergoing an infrastructure boom. But balancing that infrastructure boom with proper housing, with proper, sort of connectivity, all of those things are the need of the hour. It should have happened earlier, but it's happening. So these are things that Mumbaikars will focus on. The politics will continue. Of course, this time the election has been fought on an identity politics plank. Marathi Manus, the relevance of the Marathi Manus. Raj Thackeray described it as the last important election for the Marathi Manus. So all of those issues will also come into play. And in the next few hours, we'll have the answer to all those questions.
Yes. Interestingly, Saurabh, you're right that, this is the last election for Marathi Manus, is what the Uddhav Sena faction had said all along. And they use Katoge to Batoge slogan of Yogi Adityanath. Very ironical that the BJP slogan was picked up by the opposition parties and by the two Thackeray brothers when they appealed to the identity politics that has been the cornerstone of their entire campaign. I'm going to play out some sound bites. Even as all now eyes on the numbers that will start coming in. What you see, zero, is going to start coming in as the numbers start coming in, the results start coming in very soon. A quick look at some of the reactions.
कोई नर्वस नहीं है. पूरे 29 महानगर पालिकाओं के चुनाव प्रचार में महायुति के नेताओं ने अपना सब कुछ झोंक दिया है. खासकर मुंबई हम देखें तो जिस तरीके से ठाकरे बंधुओं ने पूरे हिंदू वोटों को डिवाइड करने का प्रयत्न किया, भाषा के नाम पे मराठी और हिंदी विवाद खड़ा किया, और जिस तरीके से वो जिहादियों के सामने टोटल सरेंडर हो गए चंद मुस्लिम वोटों के लिए, वो पूरे मुंबई ने प्रचार के दरमियान देखा है. और जो नतीजा आएगा वो निश्चित तौर पर इनके मुंह पे जोरदार थप्पड़ होगा.
100% मराठी मानुस मेयर बनेगा और भगवा लहराएगा. इंतजार करो, इतनी जल्दबाजी नहीं करना, अभी तो शुरू हुआ है, आखिर तक देख लेंगे. आपको लगता है 100%? Are you nervous about the result? Not at all, क्योंकि we are confident about it because Marathi people have now awakened. They came to know what is happening in the country, so naturally there will be a reaction of it, and both the brothers have come together, hearts have come together. Success will follow.
नहीं, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है. हमने बहुत अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया है. जो फीडबैक भी मिली है टीम से वो अच्छी मिली है, ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट्स. और कार्यकर्ताओं ने, राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं ने बहुत मेहनत की है, बहुत संघर्ष किया है, और अब सब रिजल्ट्स के लिए रुके हैं. और मुझे लगता है, मुझे यकीन है कि अच्छे रिजल्ट्स होंगे हमारे फेवर में. मुंबई में हमारा बेस स्ट्रांग होगा और बीएमसी में राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी का झंडा जरूर लहराएगा.
Well, those are some of the reactions coming in ahead of the results, which will start coming in very soon. This is a very important election, not just about local issues. It has an impact on Maharashtra's political landscape, national implications, and there was, of course, the Tamil twist that we saw in the last leg of the campaigning. And don't forget the global messaging, viewers. When you had Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis saying that there will be a Hindu mayor and a Hindu Marathi mayor, there was a clear messaging went out for the international global repercussions as well. All that and more is what this broadcast is going to focus on. A quick break, we return with our rolling coverage. Stay tuned.